you all to the annual Memorial Day Parade, and I think this takes up where last year left off, Eve. It's raining again.
I think so.
We're happy.
The sun's going to come out
yes,
now.
We're happy to report that off in the west there is a bright spot. So, hopefully the sun will come out before everything gets underway, and all of the activities that are going on this afternoon can take place. All the picnics and the Little League games and everything else that you might have planned. We'd like to introduce ourselves again. This the fourth year in a row?
I think so. I kind of lose track of time.
Yeah, well, that's true. I'm Kathy Hines.
And I'm Eve Johnson-Helzer. I have a new name since last year.
That's right. For those of you that don't know, at the end of January, Eve got married, and we're just really happy to have a new person living next to
door.
us, and real good time. Well, we hear the band beginning to warm up, so that means it must be getting close to starting time for the parade. But before we do begin, we would like to take a moment to thank Tom Brim for the use of his truck, and for Warner Cable for supplying all the hookups. And Skip, we're glad to have you with us. You're a new addition this year, and we're glad to have you running the cameras for us. And it seems like old faces come and go, but we bring the new ones in.
Well, we need new faces, right?
That's true. That's true. This year, seems like we have a larger parade than we have had in the past. We have Jean Ann Wood, who is helping us with the spotting of the units that are coming down, and we do appreciate. Hopefully this year we'll be able to be a little more accurate with our call of the units that are coming through. I know in the past we've had some difficulty, but we are trying to improve that and work on it.
Right? It's a full-time job sometimes. I know I'm not talking very loud. Right?
Eve has been ill, in case you wonder why she's not her exuberant self. Eve has been ill, but we're getting her on the road to recovery.
Hopefully. It's been a long week.
Except after this, you may be back again.
Yes, let's just hope it clears up just a little bit here.
Right.
Well, I did hear the band.
Well, the fire trucks are now moving on the north side of the square. So we will assume that everything is underway, and the color guards are moving. And I see all the BP units, so that means that we are underway and ready to start. They have not yet closed the traffic off on North Detroit Street, but that should be coming soon.
I see a lot of Lions Club members. You can tell them by their vests. Oh, they're handing out American flags.
Oh, very good. Very good.
They tell me that always before these flags have been made someplace other than the USA. But this year, the flags are made in the USA.
Well, that's good. You know, I was impressed watching the national news last night when they showed the cemetery, or especially Arlington, and they showed the soldiers putting the flags on the grave, and they said this year, every 3 hours, they're going to be checking each grave to make sure that the flag still stands.
Oh, is that right?
Do you hear kibitzing at the side?
No, I kind of ignore.
Sometimes we have to ignore it.
In spite of the windiness and the coolness, there seems to be quite a few
Hi,
people.
Suze.
On the parade route. I noticed as we were driving in that the west side and the north side of the square were filled with people.
Yeah, it looks like there's a good turnout. A lot of smaller children aren't out today. I think maybe parents are a little apprehensive of them getting cold, but a lot of adults, and I think that's a really good sign. Well, I have my usual Memorial Day tribute to the flag. If you're ready to listen to it this year.
We can always listen to that.
Right.
Will we get it completed before?
Oh, I think so. This one was written by Johnny Cash during the Vietnamese conflict, and it's called The Ragged Old Flag. I walked across the little courthouse square. An old man sat on the park bench there. I said, "Your courthouse is a little run down." He said, "Yeah, but it does for our little town." I said, "Your flagpole leans quite a bit." and that's a ragged old flag flying on it. He said, "Yeah, have a seat," and I sat down. He said, "Is this your first time in our little town?" I said, "I think it is." He said, "Well, I don't like to brag, but we're awfully proud of that grand old flag. You see, it got that tear there the night Washington carried it over the Delaware, and it got that burn the night Francis Scott Key sat watching and wrote, 'Oh, say, can you see?' It got ripped down at New Orleans when Pakenham and Jackson tugged at its seam. It got cut with a sword at Chancellorsville and cut again at Shiloh Hill. And there was Beauregard and Lee and Bragg, and the south wind blew hard on that old flag. It took some Indian arrows out on the plain, got watermarked when it went down with the Maine, got torn again in World War I, and got that old hole from a Bertha gun. She ran red with blood in World War II and hung limp and low a time or two. It's been to Korea and Vietnam, saw Saudi Arabia's burning sands. She always went where she was sent by her proud old uncle, Uncle Sam. She proudly waves from our ships on the briny foam, and though we've about stopped waving her here at home, here in her own good land, she's been burned and trampled, abused and denied, and the government for which she stands is scandalized. But she's been through the fire before, and I think she can take a whole lot more. So we put her up every morning and take her down at night, keep her off the ground and hold her right. You know, son, I think I lied. On second thought, I don't like to brag, but I'm mighty proud of that ragged old flag.
That was very nice, Kathy.
Aha, okay, here we
Just
come.
in time. There's Fred and Mike Wood, leaders of the parade. Hi, Fred. Father and son, they've done this for so many years. The horses are lovely. Beautiful, really. The sheriff and their police.
And our AMVETS Post 20, bringing in the colors.
I'd like to hear the cadence.
I do too. And they are followed by the AMVET Post 20 auxiliary colors. They will present a wreath at the Pioneer and Veterans Time Garden later on in the march of the parade. Here comes our fire department and BKP emergency. You know, we really do need to thank all these people for the job that they do for our community.
Here's somebody taking a picture of us.
It's Warner Cable, and Rick is photographing the photographer. Hi, Rick.
Hi. Hi. Hardin County Veteran Service Commission has
And that
here. Here's the commission car. Yes, this would be Robert Hyde, driver.
I don't see Carl in there.
I don't either. Carl Russell is not in there. No. Hi.
And I don't see Russ driving.
There's Carl Russell.
Okay.
Yes.
Right.
How many parades he's attended?
Many, many. And car 3, oh, that's Hecker Blackinger, right?
Hello.
She's our honor student. And there's our mayor, Clay Flynn. And we have Bill Bosselman, our driver, and Reverend Balthra and Don Shirk.
So there's the one with Vance Leonard.
And that would be the car that has Fred Weaver?
Yes.
Right, and Arnold Lifford, Dennis Smith, and Vance Leonard.
Yes. Hello. This car.
Now that's supposed to be the car that has Ed Glock, the driver, and Jack Catterjohn, Robert Dick, and Richard Seiler.
Hardin County Commissioners.
Aha. I thought you were going to Europe.
We don't need a score. We don't need a scorecard for you.
Our Hardin County commissioners are right in front of us. Hi, guys. And here we have our Gold Star Mother car.
Hi.
And then this should be Rick Stevens and Leroy Bree.
It is.
Hi, Leroy.
Okay.
Our VFW post 3333 are bringing their colors along with the auxiliary colors and post 3333 Dad's Club. You got it?
Oh, we have some little kids, aren't they?
Yeah. Here, these are our Poppy King and Queen coming back there.
Dad's Club, so the DFW,
Right.
post 333. No, this is a different post. Post 61.
Yeah. They have it listed as 3333. And our Poppy King and Queen, we have Poppy King Jesse Miller and Queen Lindsay Patrick.
Oh, aren't they gracious?
And our Military Order of the Purple Heart colors are being presented in front of us now.
Look at the Confederate and Union soldiers dressed. I say, Mr. Bondi, Frank tells me that he is carrying a musket that was carried by Frank Berlin's grandfather in the Civil War. That's quite old. Hi.
And our nurses from the military followed them. And now our Purple Heart wagon.
Oh, look at the gentleman.
Yeah.
Hi. Oh, Dr. Jackson. Okay. And this is, they're all military. I see Dr.
I think that was the Dunkirk VFW.
Dr. Gardner was in it, so I doubt that it was Dunkirk.
Okay.
It could be.
Well, they were listed as being next. Now, the next group is the Roundhead VFW and VFW Auxiliary. Hi, guys. Okay.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, look at our hospital guild.
Now that is really ingenious. That is a gurney, and they're pulling all those little kids on there.
That is a good idea. I think we should have a gurney race, don't you?
Jean Ann and OB carrying her baby.
Right. We want a gurney race.
I love your float. Oh, thanks.
Oh, Dunkirk. There's Dunkirk's VFW with the old Dunkirk fire truck.
Hi, Harvey. Hi, boys.
And the Kenton Senior High Marching Band under the direction of Mr. Steve Ganger. out in full force. I think that's an auxiliary entry from the Shriners.
That's cute little card. What is it?
I don't know. I really don't know.
I think
what
it's
that is.
homemade, but it's cute.
Here comes our Kenton Lions Club, and they are the unit that we're passing out the flags. That's Marvin Donahue, and on our side, who's driving? I can't tell who the driver is.
Oh, looks like a Don Bittinger.
Oh, okay. And here is our entry from the museum.
And there's our neighbor.
Right.
Hey, two. Give me another one, please. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. And the museum wants us to remind you about Blue and Gray Day on June the 12th. Should be a very interesting time. They're going to have a patriotic celebration and a miniature balloon ascension. So that should be really good.
Here's the Red Cross wagon, led by Mr. Kearns and his beautiful horse. Yes.
Aren't they gorgeous?
Oh, what a nice float.
And here's our Epworth United Methodist Church auto.
That
is
beautiful.
Nice.
1923 license plate on that. What is that, Kathy? It's a touring car. Oh, that's the Reverend.
Looking good. I wish. Blow the horn. Not the horn.
Does it go? It does go.
The Ayuga. Right.
I don't believe I've ever seen them in the parade before, but isn't it nice? Hi. And a car, United Methodist Church.
And here comes our lamb and wool queen, Stacy Musselman.
She's the queen. She looks like a cold queen.
Yes, very much so. Here's our dairy princess following Amanda Sigg. And then I'll bet you if I was really astute, I could guess that our rabbit queen is following.
I would. You think so?
I think even I can figure that out.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
And our rabbit queen this year
Look at those ears.
Stacy Beach.
And the princess is Stephanie Tracy.
Right. And I think that's a very imaginative way to present a
Rabbit
group.
queen. Yes,
Right.
I do too.
That's very imaginative.
Don't you love those ears?
I love those ears. I have some students that have ears about like that. They can hear anything,
If they wish.
even if they're not supposed to. Okay, now.
There's the sun. Isn't it beautiful?
I don't know what it is. It's been so long since I've seen it. And by golly, there's blue up there.
There is. It's going to be a nice day.
Yeah, I think so. We have our Hardin County Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts and Brownies and Cub Scouts marching next.
A representative of each, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Little turtle.
And I know that the Cub Scouts and Webelos have just had their fly up into Boy Scouts. So we have some Boy Scouts marching for the very first time as Boy Scouts.
And then here comes
The main attraction.
Excuse me. They're director is Melissa Tours. I can remember when she first started, she only had several little ones, and it certainly has grown.
One of these years, those poor girls are going to have warm weather to march in this parade.
And here's the little ones.
Yeah. That'll be a long parade route for them.
But they're made of good stuff.
Right. They're made of the right stuff.
Well, this is the main attraction.
This is the main attraction.
Not the right stuff. I do believe they are also going to march.
Yes.
Look, their little headbands. Aren't those cute? You have to marvel at the dedication of their mothers. There's Melissa.
Oh, look at those tiny, tiny ones.
Hi, Melissa. Look.
There are a couple of them that just aren't quite sure what they're doing. Oh, look at that little one.
But she's following the leader.
Here's our Hardin County Chamber of Commerce.
Who's in there?
We don't have a list on that one. Here come the start of our T-ballers. And our
The
Tiger Sharks.
What a name. Hi. That's YMCA T-ball.
Right.
Yes.
Oh,
Wait
look
for
at
the camera.
Look at the dog.
Isn't it?
Very good.
Boys and girls. Yes. It says wait for the camera. And here are the T-ball Indians. How old do they start with T-ball?
5 or 6, I think.
And then softball. All girls.
Hi, Kira.
Oh. Hi.
Our Cardinals.
They have their names on their...
Yes, they do. You don't think we have any hams, do you?
No, no. Hi.
Well, hi.
Oh, hi, Robbie.
Oh, our Kiwanis. Nice little New Yorker. And now we have the Kenton Junior High Band under the direction of Dr. Craig.
Look at the tractors.
I love these old tractors. Now this must be the FFA, right?
This is a Ferguson. A Ferguson. These are old Alice Chalmers.
Alice's?
That is an old one.
We had a friend that had an old Alice Chalmer, and he'd have rather gotten rid of his wife than his Alice.
I believe you. My father's first tractor was a 1945 Alice Chalmer. I mean, his first new tractor.
Look at that tiny farm-all. And then compare it to today's.
Oh my, there is no comparison.
Oh, that's a nice looking one. The case.
Looks like they've just repainted that.
Uh-huh.
This is a farm-all.
When these kids get finished with them, I'll bet we won't recognize them.
I bet not.
Those are nice. And followed by the truck carrying other members of the Kenton FFA chapter. Good job.
Hi, Carl. Hi. Oh, look, coming. Oh, it's an
Well, it's
oil
a pump,
well.
yeah.
It's an oil well.
Our Hart County.
Oh, I bet you that's a small engine group.
Yeah,
Restorers
restorers and collectors.
yes.
Very good. Very good.
Look at all the engines.
Isn't that interesting?
It is. I've seen them out to Pioneer Days and at the fairground.
That's
and,
a nice Chevy pickup too.
But they have all of these engines that they have restored. Some I'd never seen before.
Uh-huh.
Now, I would say that is a big truck.
That's a white Freightliner. And that's got our Major League Indians from our baseball teams. Now I know that they're trying very hard to be dignified and not smile. Don't smile at them. Major League Girls, the White Sox. They're serenading us.
I've never seen so many black balloons in one place.
Now, here's our First Farm Red team. And our First Farm Yankees. Now, maybe that's First Farm. Now, this would be the right stuff.
No, you think so? We haven't had the Starliner
Starliners, okay.
They don't have a sign that tells who they are, but the program says that's who it's supposed to be. Look at that tiny little one.
If you think she's...
Right stuff? Oh, she tells us it's the right stuff.
This is the right stuff?
The right stuff.
The right stuff is in its 6th season, and it has 32 girls. They march in different parades throughout the summer, including Kenton's, LaRue, Mount Blanchard, and they're going to be doing their routine at the Hops car show on the 4th of July. Their members are between 3 and 13. Wow. Well, they're the Mets. And I see Indians coming. And I see First Farm Cubs. I don't suppose you know anybody in that next truck, do you?
No.
No.
However, I think his initials probably are John Hines, right? Hi, John. Oh, look at the dog.
Oh,
Look at the boxer.
Our First Farm Pirates. Are these T-ballers? Yeah, these are T-ballers.
Now we have the Starliners.
Starlighters. They were out of order on that.
But they're in the parade, so
Yes.
that's all that matters. Here they're tapped.
Yes.
Their little cowboy hats. Or I guess they're cowgirl hats.
Cowgirls. Or cow persons.
Oh.
I believe we have another T-ball group coming.
The turtles.
Oh, the turtles. Boy, you're the best looking turtles I've seen. We have tigers too. I bet they're Second Farm tigers. And Second Farm giants.
Hi.
Smile. Smile for the camera. Oh, Major League Reds. Hello, Nate the Great.
Hi.
It wouldn't have been a parade without you. And I bet these are Major League Yankees.
The
California,
angel.
don't they all look angelic?
Yes, the angel.
Yeah. I think they all look angelic.
Even that one in the back there.
Oh, absolutely.
And the Braves.
The Braves. I had no doubt about you being brave.
Anything just
Right. Major League
Green.
Dodgers.
These kids look
And
forward
Senior
to this.
League Giants. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I think somebody marched and then got in the truck.
These are the Pirates.
The Pirates. First Farm Dodgers. They're the quiet Dodgers.
I think they have a leader, don't you?
Yes, I have no doubt about that.
G-ball Sharks, no. What is G-ball?
I don't know.
Yeah.
And T-ball Tornadoes.
They're quiet and serious.
Girls softball Orioles.
Orioles, yes. But look, following. She's driving that by all tell. Isn't that cute? Wonder who she is.
I don't know. It doesn't
It's
say.
their, they call it their minivan.
Here's our Council on Aging.
Senior. Are you all senior citizens? You are? You're not. Okay. Especially that one in the front. That's an Impala. That's
Yeah.
a beautiful car.
And then I had a DeSoto very similar to that, only it was pink and white.
Oh,
I wonder, no, that one, yeah, that has the push button transmission too.
here's a vet.
That, yes.
There's the sun again.
I like these horses in the sheriff's posse.
Those horses are so well behaved. Of course, they have to be. They have to, you know, like stand at parade rest for a long period of time when they're.
And my favorite is a
Service.
gray, and of course there's a gray there.
Is it dappled?
And I don't think it's a dapple. I don't see any dappling on it. They must be stopped for the replaying at Pioneer Park.
I would say
suggest.
so. Yes. There's quite a few horses in that posse.
Did you notice how the crowd has grown too on
Yes.
the other side of the square?
Yes.
There are a lot more people than when the parade started out there. And then I see those heavy-duty vehicles from the reserve coming in. I always like to watch those.
I wonder if they have this year I don't know, is it an all-terrain vehicle? I don't know what they call it, the one that can go uphill or crawl uphill and have the back end up and the front end down. I don't
know.
What do they call that? I have no idea.
Probably an all-terrain vehicle.
Oh, all right. I enjoy those. Oh, he found some candy. I guess instead of calling this the Hardin County Posse, they call it the Hardin County Mounted Police because there's a HCMP on
Mounted
there.
posse.
All right, Mounted Posse. I see quite a few video cameras out.
You know, while we had this break in the parade, I was just looking at the courthouse and thinking, you know, how pretty it is. Of course, it's no secret. I think our courthouse is the prettiest one I know of. And remember last year we were speculating on what John Jester would do for the decorations on the new city buildings. Didn't that complement the courthouse so nicely?
It certainly did.
I think I may be prejudiced, but I do think that we have the most beautifully decorated square at Christmas time.
I agree with that. In fact, I have many friends who I have told about the lovely decorations and the lighting, and who have made a special trip to Kenton just to see it. Really proud of it.
Oh, I am. I am. And I think that John deserves a great big thank you from everyone for the job that he does.
He could sing and dance or do something, couldn't he?
Right. Oh, yes, Skip. We know you're talented. You could sing the Buckeye Battle Cry. I mean, we can forgive him for being an Indiana fan. It is turning out to be a nice day. It really is. And I think that they'll get their ball games in. I don't think we should have any problems. Look at the little ones. Did you see them petting the nose of the horse?
Yes. Yes.
As we said before, we think that the pause in the parade is for the laying of the wreath at Pioneer Park.
There is also just a little bit of a service in there.
There's something coming after the sheriff's crossing that says grain. I don't know what it is.
I think it's just a Grange float.
Okay, it doesn't say anything.
No, yeah, that would be my guess.
Hi. They're beautiful.
I love to see that wind catch those flags.
Betsy. Well, you see some of these gentlemen on these horses. You've seen them for years and years. Hi. Some new faces too. Some I don't know. Hi.
When I was a little girl going to the Hardin County Fair, I always thought they had the best job in the world riding the horses. Grange has a new entry for us. We have the Grange float, and it says that we have the state junior chaplain as part of this, and that is Elizabeth Hanson. And we're glad that they took the time to be with us. Their queen is Michelle Kendall.
And their king is Howard Scott. This is...
Here we have our 251st Transportation Truck Company. Oh, Eve, I think you're going to get your wish. What is that
really?
turning the corner? Is that one?
I don't know yet. My, those are big trucks. No, that's not. This is a front end
the one
loader.
in the back?
I don't think so. That's
No?
not what I meant.
Oh, okay.
It says a forklift.
All right, guys, help us out. What is the one coming in back?
I don't know what this is. Certainly has a lot of tires on it.
I don't know what it is, but it's impressive. And I'm glad that we're not the only ones that don't know what it is either.
Ask a half a dozen people, they don't know
Right.
either. Obviously, they are not reservists, right, that we ask.
Right. Here we have our Hardin County restorers and collectors with some more of their tractors that they have restored. And I know after watching this, Tony's going to say he wants another John Deere B. My golly, the 1942, isn't that in beautiful shape?
I should say. Got a new paint job on it. Well, you can tell a John Deere's coming. The putt-putt.
Putt-putt. Does that mean they putt-putt around?
No, that just means it's a two-cylinder job. I think. Yes, it is.
And that's a John Deere A. And now we have some of our antique cars. That's a nice Pontiac Catalina. I like that.
My, it looks low to the ground. Uh-huh. Oh, look
Boy,
at
doesn't
this.
that look sleek though? Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
My, they do
That's
take care
those
of those.
Chevys, yeah. I bet that's a 35, 36 somewhere in that area.
There's Jim Glock.
And Jim, this year I know it's a Pontiac. I heard it all last year that I called it a Model A by mistake. Jim Glock is driving a Pontiac. But there is a Model A.
Yes. This is Lou Downey.
Isn't that a nice car? Very nice.
He always has his grandchildren in the
Yeah.
rumble.
Very nice. And well, these are the muscle cars coming now.
And it's for sale, Kathy. There's your chance.
Where am I going to park it?
Well, not in my garage.
Or in mine? That's a nice one. Uh-huh. He thinks I didn't see him.
That's from Defiance County.
Oh, nice,
Chevrolet.
nice Bel Air. Yeah,
Look at the pickup on that. 1957.
57s, yeah. And then followed by our Kenton Police Department.
I do believe
Oh,
this is
and
the
Young
end of the
West,
parade.
right.
Yes.
Well, it's gone quickly again.
It has. And the rain held off. We knew it would.
Yes.
Yes.
And it looks like it's going to continue to hold off for a nice day. So we would like to thank everyone who joined us via the television route. For those of you that chose not to come in and watch it in person, we hope you've enjoyed the parade. And we do once again want to thank Warner Cable for the service that they provide to the community, because it does help those who are not able to join us. So I guess we just would like to leave you with the thought of thank you for joining us, and we hope that you have a wonderful Memorial Day weekend, and we hope that your summer will be equally as pleasant for all.
Thanks again, Kathy, for all your expertise. I'm just kind of sitting here this year,
And
but
we
that's all right.
Thank you, Mrs. Heltzer.
Oh, now it's Helzer, not
Helzer.
Heltzer.
Helzer.
There's no T
Right.
in that.
I always want to throw that T there.
But I'll always be Eve.
Oh, I know.
Yes.
Thank you so much, and have a wonderful day.
Goodbye.
Bye.
You wanted to